gotten off a shift a little early. We took off. This is the aerial from the camp. We were landed the plane on the runway down below. It's an 80-acre gravel pad that was used during the pipeline days to store pipe. It's our camp in the far distance, some equipment, pipe in the foreground. And we have shops for repairing equipment in the center. There's some 30-yard belly dumps parked in the center. And below us is our camp with the kitchen and the sleeping units in the back. Our job is located some 100 miles inland from Valdez on the coast. This is in central Alaska. It's a 10-mile section of road running past this lake known as Pippin Lake. We're located in the Copper River Valley. This is one of our borrow pits. We're presently putting a screen on the front of our 60-inch belt with a crane, preparation for screening material for subbase. We now approach the area where we have our crusher, and that operation is well underway at this time. As the trucks leave the pit, they go out this 500-foot access road to a 120-foot scale that we set up. Earlier we were using double bottom dumps and required that distance. This is about a mile access road that goes up and tees with the project. About 2 miles of the road is to the left and the remaining 8 to the right. Coming up on our 12,000-gallon elevated water tower here. Throughout this flight today, we incurred rather heavy turbulence, which would account for the plane jumping around here. Today we're hauling borrow material with a fleet of up to 25 bottom dumps. We're unable to close off the road to traffic, so throughout construction we have been handling live traffic. This is a detour around about a 15-foot diameter super span culvert. That's our crews down there. They're getting ready to wrap that up. We'll be getting traffic back onto the main line. Here we're coming up on a scenic lake, Willow Lake, at the foot of Willow Mountain. In the distance a little later on here we'll see the Mount Sanford Drum, part of the Wrangell mountain range. They're somewhere around 17,000 feet. Coming into view now is portions of the Transatlantic Pipeline. Also coming into view is one of our borrow pits. We hauled some 500,000 tons of borrow out of this pit underneath the pipeline. Above ground portion of the pipeline rests on vertical support members known as VSMs. Shortly there you could see that it was diving underground as a precaution against slides and avalanches during the winter. We're now approaching the end of the job. You can see part of the road to the left that we abandoned, where it reconnects on the new road to the right, is close to another super span culvert that we put in, and that's the end of the project. We'll be turning around here and coming back in the distance there Is a fire that had started, burning 14,000 acres and threatening a town some 20 miles up the road. Here we thought we'd try sticking the camera way out in the wing and just kind of blindly pointing it back to the plane. We're coming up on a spot here, this small straight section of road that goes through a peat bog. It's here where we came in the winter and spent several months excavating 95,000 yards of frozen water and muck. Right here, the pipeline takes a jog away from our road, goes up the side of the hill. It's underground, insulated, backfill with select granular material, and we're about 100 miles from the ocean here. There's 700 and some miles of pipeline behind us. This is another scenic section of the pipeline. It was just too rough today to get a focus on it. Turbulence is knocking around the plane too badly. Basic engineering feature here is to overlay the frozen tundra. This is an area of permafrost with a material that will not contain or absorb water, mostly a low 200 count of material. And we put on a minimum of 42 inches, and the rest is installed to maintain our profile. Here we are at the water tower again. We're close to back where we started. We'll make another pass over the pit and see how they're coming with the installation of the shaker screen on the 60-inch belt. We thought we'd kind of get down low and say hello to the crew. Take a minute here to get back some altitude.